So unfortunately, this is one of the we'll call it a pitfall to be nice. One of the pitfalls we come across with looking for clams in mining out here is we're actually on the trail of some really productive plasters and a really, really old hard rock mine that was probably the source of a lot of gold here in the Sterling mining district here in Jackson County. And the roads have actually been pretty well maintained to a certain point up here, and they've set a lot of this area aside for people to go hiking and ride their horses, and then BLM, of course, come along and they do this. This is an old mine road. As you can see, the road is actually in really good shape, and they've dropped boulders in it. And needless to say, you can't drive this anymore. We're trying to get about a mile and a half over there is where we're trying to get. And needless to say, with a hard rock mine, it's toast. If you don't have the mine to market road for a hard rock mine, it's really not worthwhile. And of course, you could argue that you could remove these boulders, but of course then BLM law enforcement would come along. And even though this is a well-established road, it's now apparently only for horses and walkers. No vehicles, no motorcycles, no ATVs. And this goes on, of course, all across the West Coast, everywhere BLM is. And needless to say, if you're out here trying to do something economic, like mining, you can't do it because they have decimated the road. At least the road's not destroyed yet. Not yet, but give them time. You know, they'll probably never log this. I'm sure they'll say this is a sensitive area now. And needless to say, it's just been turned into a little walking trail, and you can't really do anything other than walk down there, or maybe ride your horse, because they've put the boulders here. And needless to say, this is one of the things we miners are up against in, public land users in general. Even if you came out here hunting, today's actually the opening day of deer season. It's Labor Day. I guess tomorrow is actually Labor Day. But it's the opening day of deer season here. And we've actually ran into a lot of hunters out here today while we're looking for clams. People going about their business. Needless to say, even if you did go hunting over there and you got a deer quite a ways out there, you'd have to drag it, 2 or 3 miles, however far you need to go if you took off down this trail and went hunting down there. And needless to say, without road access, and this is an old road. This road should have been protected under RS 2477, which protects established right-of-ways that were in existence before 1976. And needless to say, if you don't get your county government to assert their RS 2477 rights, roads like this that have been in existence for pretty much since the days before cars existed. They used to run wagons up and down these roads to operate that hard rock mine out there. Needless to say, you lose them.